Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Low Budget LCS. Sorry about that. I may have misplaced a number of streaming assets that caused my OBS to go a little crazy. But
it's the budget cuts.
Are here. Yeah, it is the budget cuts. And I'm joined today by, of course, my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Yep,
That's
his
made
name
the
is
mighty
Oh Yeah.
full.
Nope, your name's Oh Yeah now. Gotta change it.
Okay,
Gotta change that
yeah.
league.
No, wait, there's already a guy, the Vygar player, that's like, oh yeah, or something, right?
Is there?
I think so. It's something like that. I don't know. Like a commercial league player.
Huge. Echo. There's an Echo?
Echo? Oh, like, I saw Echo ban, and that's what I thought, but let me listen in.
Oh,
I don't hear
oh
anything.
no, it's just Ruffian being a dumb head in the chat. Someone said Echo.
It's literally Ruffian, okay.
God damn it. Oh, goodness.
Go figure, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, what do we got, like, Monday Night Football? What's this thing they're doing tonight?
Yeah, this is some Monday Night Football. Monday Night League of Legends. There was an Echo. There was an Echo?
Oh, and it's since been fixed?
Is there?
They're doing tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now that someone trustworthy like Sammy T Slap said it, I'm inclined to believe
there was an Echo. There was an Echo.
Oh, and it's since been.
Oh, it's because I started listening to the stream, and it's going through my headphones. That's why. That's what happened. We're good. Okay.
Intense confusion.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, anyway, we are back at it. We've got Zyrecon picked up here for Anima Academy. Zaya has been absolutely dominating the ADC meta as of late. Gangplank absolutely busted with Navori. I don't think he got nerfed on the last patch for that. Essentially, there's some argument that's like, if you have Navori, it's like having Navori and IE. Nyla, I have not seen in a hot minute.
So one of the things that I like when I see a Zaya picked up is that there's very low range champions for the other side. And that's definitely kind of this dynamic we have, especially with the Nyla picked up for what is typically one of the longer range positions on the team, the marksman, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm inclined to say the Zaya pick got a little better there because you already see three basically melee champions.
No.
You see Nocturne banned away.
Nocturne I've been seeing pop out. He did get a buff this last patch, and with them buffing farming jungle in this next patch, I expect him to be pretty solidly in the meta come 13.5. Yeah,
that's also probably like a comfort champion. I'm not really sure what Odyssey plays, but I would imagine that's going to be in their pool. Asol is Asol allowed? That is allowed, right?
Asol has been out for long enough that it's allowed. Yumi, once her mid-scope rework comes out, will not be allowed. Well, there'll be an official announcement about that, but the discussions we've come to the conclusion that it is essentially equivalent to a rework and thus, warrants some time out.
Nobody should be picking that champ anyway. Let's just get real with that. Honestly, chat, like, don't play Yumi. Just don't do it.
With your roster, that is a bold take.
Wait a minute. Yeah, fair. No, I think Asol actually looks really strong with the rework. I mean, we've seen it a few times in LCS and other regions. It's definitely a slow burner. It really builds up through the game, but late game that thing's just monstrous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Instead, we're using Orianna.
So it's all about getting those stacks up, right? But it's not in this game. So let's talk about the picks that are in this game. Sorry.
No, you're good, yeah.
We see Orianna Vi. I love
our favorite jungler.
Love Vi.
Yeah, This is a big combo, too. Vi is such a powerful ball delivery system. Just right on top of the enemy carries, delivers that ball to the back line, and it's unstoppable. I mean, you press the Vygar, what are you going to do about that,
Yeah. Not too much. Vygar, in talking about scaling champs, talking about stacking with the Asol, got a buff recently, pretty strong. But yeah, so it does kind of look like team. Well, it's hard because twempest fwame looks very hard scaling with the Gangplank and the Vygar specifically. However, when I look at Anima Academy, I see Orianna, I see Scion, I see Xayah, and I think these champs aren't bad late game, right?
Yeah. And I think they're going to have a really strong laning phase, with probably the exception of top lane. I think Gangplank might have a slight edge.
Yeah. I do agree with space _ spaghetti in the chat. I do think that Anima is winning the draft. So it will be interesting to see how twempest fwame play it. However, this is economy.
Yeah. Economy Group B, rocking it out. Is this our first streamed match from Economy?
This is, yes, we got one stream from Commercial the other night, and now this is the first Economy stream of the season. Economy, I think Economy and Exec are my favorite leagues to stream.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Economy is like, those are the two highest quality games, you know? Mm-hmm. You get the high quality games where it's just high quality, like lots of action in Economy. And then you get this high quality, like people really know what they're doing, and put together really interesting game plans in Exec, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm honestly partial to the Economy League, not just because I'm playing it in this season, but it's really fun, dude. Like, these games are always really fun.
I love Econ. And yeah, so this is a bit new for you, right? You're stepping from Exec to Econ.
Yeah, the last time I played an Econ, I don't know if you know this, I do have the title in the Discord. I am an Economy champion. Mm-hmm. But it was years ago. So it's been a while. I got to shake off the rust, you know, because now it's time to get serious.
Yeah.
I mean, I was fooling around a bit with, you know, I could kind of get carried by like Zelius and the other folks on the team. But now it's coming down to it. I'm the big points on the roster.
Why are we throwing bananas at me, Sammy? Is that good in your professional doctoral opinion?
That seems legitimate. I think that's a valid move, given the situation. Like,
so you think it's like he's trying to give me some potassium?
I mean, yeah, but also consider the context, right? I mean, you came to the stream, you're suffering from the budget cuts, sure, but you at the same time are delaying the viewer's entertainment with your technical difficulties. I mean, that's got to play into this a little bit. They have to recoup their lost time with Banana Toss.
You know, I'll take it, and that's fair.
I'll say as well, I'm gonna well, we don't have 10 people in the lobby yet. I was about to get the poll started, but before we do that, I want everyone in chat to know this is Economy League. So if you're gonna bet your schmecks, and you think it's just team comp diff, think again. Okay? Not how this works here. These guys are going to play their hearts out whether they won the draft or not.
True. Very, very true.
I'm trying to read through what they're saying in chat. Are they saying that there's more delay, or is this guy on his way?
The update is taking forever. Super fast update time on his computer, but this patch is bugging.
Okay. So it's a client problem?
There appears to be a client problem at the moment. Yeah.
Okay. Usually for me, what helps is you gotta like task manage your kill league to get it to stop being goofy. Or just restart your PC.
Well, if they can hear us.
Yeah, I mean, I hope one of them's listening in, but probably they can put it together. These econ guys are smart, I'll tell you what.
True. Who's ready for Schmecklegate 2.0? Sorry. Little Robot Man has an important message for the stream, everybody. If you haven't been here, Little Robot Man is an individual of intense dedication and needs all of you to be aware that LeChance licks toes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this is not new information. LeChance has been licking toes forever.
Since the first Schmecklegate.
For years. Since before the dawn of time.
Oh, and there we go.
Time immemorial.
Someone you don't know, subbing, you know what to do. You've been here for 41 months. You're going to go to the Denny's in Vermont. There are two of them. You're going to go to one in the south. You're going to go out back, knock by the dumpster. Talk to our buddy Todd. He'll let you in. Pancakes, RNS. Also, my clone... I am a clone of someone you don't know. In case...
Yes.
Sammy
Who am
Two
I? I'm a
Slap.
clone of Praetorian.
Oh
No,
yeah,
Praetorian's a clone of me.
I think Praetorian's a clone of you because I think it's like whenever you join the LBLCS.
What if we're both clones of someone else who just isn't here and we
Yeah.
don't know?
Sammy Two Slap also subscribing with a Twitch Prime. Thank you very much, giving us those Bezos bucks. Resident Doctor Sammy Two Slap. You know pancakes are the best medicine, so you're gonna go around back. We go to the Denny's in Vermont. Talk to our buddy Todd. The pancakes, those are on us.
Hell yeah, that. Some good pancakes in there, honestly. Like a lot of people are about like that IHOP or Waffle House stuff. No, dude.
Is IHOB still, or did that marketing ploy go bye-bye?
That was not real, right? Like that was somebody
that was
made
real.
A spoof account.
I'm pretty sure that was real.
No,
right?
No.
Have I been successfully gaslit?
You have definitely been successfully gaslit. I think it's great that you thought it was, though.
No way. No.
I'm pretty sure there's a YouTube video that'll explain the whole
IHOP
thing
changes its name back from IHOB.
Was it real? Wait,
I'm pretty sure.
Am I the one
real.
that was gaslit?
I mean, there's like news articles about it. The restaurant has temporarily been renamed as the International House of Burgers. It's only a temporary marketing change. It's a place for lunch and dinner, not just breakfast. You know, we here at the Low Budget LCS love to do free advertising for fast food restaurants that focus on delivering breakfast items. Denny's is our number one.
Yeah, I am a big Waffle House guy. Like, don't get me wrong.
Thank you. Little Robot Man coming in the chat saying something that isn't LeChance Licks Toes, saying that don't let him gaslight you. IHOB was real. There we go.
All right, I admit it. All right, my hands are up. I give up. No, I mean nothing will ever top the Grand Slamwich at Denny's. Absolutely my favorite item of all time at any place.
I lived on the Grand Slamwich in college. We had a thing where our meal swipes, we had 2 meal swipes a week that would work at Denny's. So you could go.
That's a sweet deal.
Yeah. You would go to the Denny's at like 2 in the morning, and you would get that Grand Slamwich, get those fries, get that drink. Actually, if you've never tried, it's surprisingly easy to make a mock Grand Slamwich at home. That's like pretty true to life.
Oh, yeah.
The main thing is just putting a little syrup and finishing the bread in that.
Yeah, it needs to have, your toast has to be toasted in syrup. It's like gotta be. It's so good.
Yeah.
The other thing that you can't really replicate is like the greasiness of Denny's food, which it sounds bad, but it is so good.
It's the right amount of grease.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. That was like, that probably saved my life in college. Like those Grand Sandwiches in the morning on like a Monday, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What a good time. Yeah, Juice Fox 21 coming out with the Denny's love. Let's go. Huge.
The other sad thing is I'm pretty sure the Denny's that I went to in college is closed now. And that's like it just makes me feel old more than anything, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like the memory is there, that's like part of it, but it's also just like, man, things are changing. I'm old and I hate it. You know, like
yeah.
Oh, I'm a big Taco Bell fanatic. I love that Hydro Bomb. That was the other thing that I ate the shit out of in college.
I have had Taco Bell exactly once, and the ensuing gastrointestinal distress made me want to never have it again.
It can happen. It can happen. The other thing with Taco Bell, though, is kind of like Wendy's. You know, some of them, yeah, but some of them, they're good. Some of them, you should not go to. You know,
cancel LeChance for Taco Bell hate. Well, I'm not LeChance, so go ahead.
Yo, honestly, LeChance, I don't know how he feels about Taco Bell, but
LeChance probably loves Burger King.
That's true.
Because what do we all know about Burger King?
Oh my God, you're right.
Burger King foot lettuce.
The meme.
Yeah. The chance getting that sweet, sweet toe licking by proxy in by eating his whoppers. Flame broiled and with a sprinkle of foot.
It's like a new wrinkle on the LeChance Licks Toes saga. Like, there's all kinds of like toe licking adjacent activities that he might be doing right now that we never thought of.
Yeah, he was potentially on deck to cast this game, but I'm doing it instead, mostly because I volunteered, but maybe he needs to do some toe-related activities.
Yeah, and this is the thing. We don't know what the scale or scope of toe-related activities would be for him. Like, it could be so many things we haven't thought of.
Sammy 2 Slap. Some of his college friends and him went to Little Caesars and got pepperoni pizzas with extra cheese, garlic butter, and Parmesan trees and called them heart attacks.
Yep.
So that's an endorsement from an actual doctor that if you get a Little Caesars pizza with pepperoni, extra cheese, garlic butter, and Parmesan cheese, it is good for you because that's what the doctor ate, and therefore it's good.
I did something similar at Subway with like a chicken footlong with like bacon and salt and oil and like all the most unreal unhealthy stuff. Like it basically was pointless to eat at Subway at that point.
Yeah. No. Oh, yeah. Okay. If you can vamp for a moment, I am going to go fix myself a drink, so I have a beverage to go.
It does take two to tango. I mean, it just does. While we're hanging out here, chat, I'm gonna ask you guys just before we get the betting going. Are there any serious what is this name? Twempest fwame fans in chat? Do we have any fans of the Twempest fwame? I was struggling a little bit with the name, but because it's like I gotta remember what the pronunciation. I thought it was like fwame, which sounds cooler IMO, but Heart attacks mean your heart is attacking someone or something else. A heart defense is when it's being attacked and you will die if it fails. That makes a lot of sense, actually. It should be a heart defense. All right, I'm seeing some Twempest Fwame fans in here. That's good stuff. I know we probably have some Anima fans because there are two Anima teams. By the way, great job on the logo, Anima peeps. I think it's very cool that you've got like the 2-letter logo with just different like border colors. I actually think that's like very, very stylish,
It's super slick, and it's a super great example of a logo that works really, really good in the low budget LCS format. Because it's always going to be up there like relatively small. So like we'll try to find times to feature your logos that are like really, really big, but when they're, large and blocky and they make sense even when they're a little bit smaller on the screen, it's just, I love it.
Yeah. I think there are some really fun logos, but there's something about just the simplicity of it that's like really speaks to me,
Yeah.
That being said, though, Twempest Fwame kind of nailed the aesthetic, like for their logo. That is.
Yeah. Moose, if you really, is Moose on Twempest Fwame?
I'm not sure. I think Moose got bumped somewhere, like moved from one to another.
Moose was moved around, but he's on a Misfits roster somewhere.
Yeah,
I think. But yeah, so people want us to pronounce it fwame.
I want to do that, but I know it's not what it's supposed to be.
There is a schmeckle thing where people can tell us how to pronounce things, and then we are forced.
That's true. You guys can do this. You can do this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah. So
this is bad Moose going on here.
I am also super excited. If people haven't had the spot, go ahead and check out the power rankings. We're really up in the press corps for this season. So we're trying to have write-ups. We're trying to, maybe do, if we don't have time to do interviews at the game, we can follow up and perhaps do a little written interview, write a piece on it. But Les Force did a really great write-up for the commercial power rankings. I think there's one being worked on for financial. So hopefully we're also going to get one for economy. And I think I'm going to do the one for exec because I know pretty excited.
Roselle did message me looking for like storylines, players to watch, things like that. So I think Roselle might be on top of the econ one.
Okay. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, we are currently under a break based on some client issues.
Yeah, we were initially joking about the technical difficulties, and then they've manifested very legitimately.
Yeah, so there's some small indie game company stuff going on right now, so I hope you're enjoying the conversation here. But so one team does have a hard out. I am going to say this. I am not going to handle this because this is how we do things, but it seems like there might be a little bit of confusion for the captains. If they are listening, go ahead. If it gets to the point where you think you need it, do use in captain support the captain urgent ticket, because that'll ping the other admins who are potentially available, and then that'll help you get that resolved without us having to do it.
We having tech issues?
That's your favorite type of thing, isn't it?
Dude, you summoned me into existence with your technological issues. Of course, I can't help you with any of them. I can only cause them.
I swear they just
you do
fixed
more.
it.
You channel them.
They literally just fixed it.
Oh, they just fixed it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're all good.
Because what's going to happen, is that now that they've like rid themselves of the technical problem and you're channeling it, it's coming for you.
Yeah.
It's like some Final Destination stuff going on, but like for tech stuff.
I'm a lightning rod for broken computers, guys.
Yeah.
We are into the client pick ban. Okay, please keep talking.
Beautiful. Well, it sounds like you guys have everything under control, and that nothing will burn to the ground. But I'd like 3 guesses from each of you. What are in the top concurrent record-holding games for the Steam charts? Can each of you give me 2 guesses and see if you can get a game on this chart? Top 10 of all time highest concurrent peak players.
Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
That is number 2. Put it on the board.
I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna say Dota. Dota 2.
Let's see. Looking up at the board, Dota's on it. Number 4.
Ooh.
Okay. I like Long Live the Brain says Destiny 2.
Show me Destiny 2. Oh, I'm sorry. Destiny 2 is not on this list.
Oh, all right. Now it comes down to it. What am I gonna go for? I want to go for Gary's mod.
Ooh.
Show me Gary's mod.
Oh, bad guess.
Nope, you're fucking wrong. It's not on there at all.
It should have been Team Fortress. That's what it should have been.
Ooh,
I'm gonna guess Team Fortress
wrong. Also completely wrong.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Grand Theft Auto 5?
Yes.
Okay. Looking to the boards once more. I'm so sorry. There is no Grand Theft Auto on this chart. I like that somebody said hentai game.
Ooh, Portal 2 is a good guess. I don't think it's on there. The new COD is on Steam, though. That could probably be.
Apex Legends?
Portal. Ding, ding, ding. We've got Apex Legends in 9th place.
9th? What is number 1, dude? This is crazy.
Some of these are head scratchers. Not all of them are head scratchers. Most of them make a lot of sense.
It's a big Steam game.
Oh, the chat's got some good suggestions.
PUBG I don't feel like is that high, but let's go for it.
You want to guess PUBG?
Yeah, I think so.
Are you sure?
No.
I mean, you can if you want to just throw a guess out there.
Yeah, PUBG.
All right, let's check the chart. Number 1!
No way!
PUBG! Absolutely. Number 1, and it's not even fucking close. PUBG's got almost 2 million more than Counter-Strike.
Wow.
Never would have known, honestly.
All right, I'm just going to look to the chat and hand out some prizes here. I am Cyrus, 100% Lost Ark is on there. Well said. Campsida, Dark Fortress is not on there, although I do want to get Dark Fortress or Dwarf Fortress.
I've heard great things. I haven't played it.
Oh, only good things. I Am Cyrus, Elden Ring, 100%, nailing it. Yeah. I'm Amanda the Panda, Cyberpunk 2027, absolutely, 100%.
What about Left 4 Dead 2?
Left 4 Dead is not on here. You want to get the top 10? Here, we'll do the top 10.
Yeah.
Number 1, PUBG Battlegrounds.
Okay.
Number 2, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Number 3, Lost Ark. Number 4, our wonderful little gaming cousin, Dota 2. Number 5's Elden Ring. Number 6 is New World. Then Cyberpunk 2077. Then, this one was the head scratcher, Goose Goose Duck?
No way.
Yeah, I don't know. January of this year, it fucking got on there. Then Apex Legends, then Hogwarts Legacy. That is the top 10, 4 of which got those records this year.
Wow.
And the oldest one is Dota 2.
Okay.
Damn, Dota's still fourth with that. That's crazy.
A couple questions I saw throwing through chat, just real quick.
Yes.
Plat would put you in likely commercial or financial, but you could theoretically play an economy, and you could also play an executive if you wanted. Can you have your own team in these tournaments, or how does it work? Yes, you sign up with your own team. We have 4 different leagues. There's economy, commercial, financial, and executive. There is a point system for the lower 3, and then the executive is a D1 cap with 1 exception player for masters and above pending review. And that's how that works. But please go back.
Real quick, I don't think Plat is allowed for econ, right?
No, Plat is not allowed for econ. But great. Gold would be. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Just double checking, yeah.
Kevin the Great, I will say, I
don't think it was.
No, Among Us is not on this list. There's no Among Us on the top 10. Kevin, our season has started, though, but you can still join teams if you and your buddies want to roll in and maybe sell yourselves as mercenaries. I'm sure there's a market for that. Kingrin, where's your prize? Your prize is knowing that you were right. Walk around with your head held high. That's all I have to say. This has been a lightning round with LeChance.
I do have one question real quick. Who you pick for this one, LeChance? Who's your pick?
Who am I picking? Who am I going to lean towards?
We've got Tempest, Fwame, Twempest, Fwame,
Listen,
and Anima Academy.
I'm a simple man. All right.
Mm-hmm.
When I see a Vigar, I know that the team will always believe that there's a chance they can win. It's a mental buff. Anything that scales into infinity just tickles that part of my brain that loves anime. That belief that you can always power up, that you can always come back, that the tide can always turn. Therefore, my vote is for Twempest.
Respect. I like that. That's good reasoning.
All right. Now I'm going to leave the discard call, but if you could just imagine that this is... Oh, God damn.
Sorry. I have to ask. Per previous conversations,
yes.
What is your favorite fast food place?
My favorite fast food is a real desperation play from me, for the most part. So I don't encounter it too often. Oh wait, actually, does Jimmy John's count as fast food?
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I think that's.
I just ate at a Jimmy John's Subway, for the first time ever. I think Subway is fast food. I mean, Subway it's garbage trash.
You get your food in like 5 minutes, right? Like
that's pretty fast. It's about as fast as a drive-through. All right, well that's definitely. All right, Campson is saying Jimmy John's is definitely fast food. Guys, Jimmy John's is fantastic. They are punching way above their weight. It's really, I was shocked. I love sandwiches. Jimmy John's is so meh. Dude, I don't live in an area with Jimmy John's. It's all Subway over here. And Subway is just, I don't know. It is pulped cardboard is what the bread tastes like. I'm a Jimmy John's guy now. After only having it one time. Jersey Mike's, I fuck with Jersey Mike's as well. I'm a big sandwich person. I guess Chipotle is also fast food, right? So Chipotle is good too. I'd make that my my triangle. But if I had to go with like something really greasy, like if I had to go to the things that you think of when you think of fast food, I'd go for Wendy's.
Yeah.
Nice. That's
We
a
were
solid
thinking,
response.
it'd be Burger King.
Ooh, Burger King is fucking good. I do like Burger
Oh my
King.
god, it's true.
It's true.
Dude.
It's confirmed.
It
Chat.
is. I don't know what shit you guys were talking about earlier, but Burger King's good. Their burgers, their meat has a little bit of char on it.
What about the lettuce?
What about the lettuce?
All right, so you guys were saying some shit about the lettuce. I don't know, guys. I haven't had it in a while. I just have good memories of Burger King.
Yeah.
The lettuce is fine. What?
Oh,
That's it?
what?
Just
Alasia, thank you very much for the subscription at Tier 1. What to do is to go to the Denny's of Vermont. It is the one to the south. You're going to go around back, knock on the door 3 times. Todd will let you in. He's our buddy. Pancakes are on us. Thank you.
Burger King. All right, I'm clearly fucking okay, guys. Go to your nearest Burger King. I'll be there in the parking lot. We're gonna have a fist fight over this. It's gonna take me a while to get to each person, but I see a lot of people hating on Burger King, and maybe I'm coming out a little bit strong for a place I haven't eaten at in, I don't know, a couple of years. But
do we tell him?
listen, why? What were you guys saying about it?
Nothing.
Do we tell him?
No, is there
Absolutely
some
nothing.
sort of like recent lawsuit that's come out?
No,
Nope.
it's totally a different thing. It's not a bad thing.
Have I been muted this whole time? That seems likely.
No.
No,
It's just
nothing.
we were memeing something earlier, and you don't need to know, I guess.
How
Oh.
familiar are you with meme culture? Just like as a whole, would you say?
Not a lot. A lot of stuff
Yeah,
goes
that
over
makes
my
sense.
head.
Yeah.
Oh, we do have an engage here down. SNC Shiori being the target of the F2F Rentros. Ignite going down, but not going to be able to get too much right there.
I have a feeling we need to resync our time here a little bit too.
Are you at 3, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49,
Yes, I am.
50? Thank you, goodbye.
See you at the brunch.
Oh, have you been taking lessons with the count?
A little bit.
Nobuku, I fucking see you. They say I'm gonna finish my McMenu and one tap you, bruh.
Bro.
All right. Okay, we're all gonna eat our favorite fast food and then we're all gonna fist fight. Okay, but it's gonna be friendly. All right, it's gonna be a mosh pit energy.
Wait.
Yeah. Maybe some padded helmets.
The official low-budget LCS fast food has to be Denny's, and Denny's has to count.
Of course it is, but we're not gonna do battle fucking in our homeland. We wanna choose a neutral field of battle.
I would
Good
like to
point.
say as well, Denny's should also count as our official fine dining.
Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna let you guys get to your thing. Please just imagine. I am just gonna press the button on this Discord call to end it. But imagine a cargo plane. I've opened up the door. The wind is rushing by, and I just give like a quick peace sign, and then I jump out while making eye contact with you.
I love that. Fantastic. You think he'll be alright? He forgot his parachute.
I don't know.
I'm not so sure.
Yeah. This bot lane has been incredibly spicy, as
going
now we see
crazy.
SNC Avros looking to get in on the action. SNC Shiori now going to be able to go in. Wayne.
Junglers are cheating.
Him healed up.
Honestly,
Junglers-
very good that Battlefield gets away from that without some spurned.
Yeah. Yeah, we do have some assets missing today. There was a mild snafu with my OBS.
Yeah, you may notice this is kind of like lower budget than normal. It's budget cuts and nothing else. We did everything right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're using OCS because we couldn't afford OBS. So, you know.
I don't know if I'm supposed to know what that means.
I don't know what that means. We do see Odyssey here. Creeping up on SNC Explosive does have that orange as available. Is not going to be able to use it to cleanse any of that. Does get a little bit of health back up on the end. Is now going to be pretty hurt in this top lane. Let's look at the CS. No significant CS advantages or kills gained so far here as we are reaching level 6s in these lanes.
Yeah, I will say there's been kind of a trading win going on in the bottom side for the Zyra Khan, but it is expected, I would say as well. Kind of a mismatched lane. One thing that the Soraka's really, really good at is nullifying these kind of laning advantages, though.
Oh,
do you see this gank coming in?
Bagoot might be in a little bit of trouble with Bagoot. Walking away. Is just going to be taking enough on that Scion to not die. It does look like the build that SNC Arvos is going is not the lethality build, but is more of the demonic embrace.
I still like this option for Udyr. I think it's pretty strong.
Yeah, it is. Arvos still going to be here. Looking at Bagut, was trying to find it on SNC Explosive, but...
That was so cheesy. I love that. Just sitting there.
Well, you know what? You know what? Why play a champ if you're not going to use their passive?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I like the chillin' in the bush strat from Arvos, so that is probably something I would think of doing, and then probably go back to my camps because I'm too greedy to do something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was first blood though, and that's gonna be pretty important. I think you wouldn't find a better place to put it on the twempest fwame side than the GP. Gonna have a pretty sizable item lead here, although the CS really hasn't caught up just yet.
Yeah.
Ooh, good flash.
For sure, that's going to be, you know, mainly gold diff in the top lane. As now we do see Shiori going in, doing a lot of damage to IM Battlefield. Ventrosa trying to go back, but not going to be able to do it. SNC Shiori is going to be able to use that Nyla ultimate to be able to pick up the kill on the opposing AD carry. And that is going to be clean.
Also making use of that Nyla passive, getting that level 6 just a bit earlier and going straight in. Very aggressive stuff. Love to see that. This is going to be a huge wave to crash too. Going to actually result in a sizable CS advantage if all this dies to the turret.
It looks like Rakan might be able to pick some of it up, but the majority of it is going to go into the turret, and they're going to use that bot pressure to go ahead and take the dragon. Now, I personally think this play is a little bit risky if Odyssey wasn't on the top side of the map. I'm not sure that they know Odyssey is on the top side of the map.
Oh, they sure do now.
But Xayah does have to catch that wave, or choose to give it up if they know dragon is happening. Explosive. Ooh, the rare Soraka dragon kill.
Yeah, those bananas, they really do. They really hurt, man.
Chum Slog, these ranks are in the bronze, silver, gold realm. Mostly going to be silver and bronze, because this is economy, which is our lowest league. But that means you get the spiciest plays. Yeah,
and where you're going to see... I mean, a lot of these guys... What surprises me all the time with economy is a lot of these guys actually have good champion knowledge. Oh, we do see a little trading in the mid lane. This is going to be an all-in.
Chasing Eden, that one fadeaway auto from Zatai Ryoki. It's going to be able to catch them out using that primordial burst. Going to get that.
Yeah, that looked pretty good for Ori until everything came down. That massive burst from Vigar, and it was all over so fast. You see a little bit of a look here from Odyssey in the mid lane, though. Not sure if Vigar's going to overextend.
Yeah, Vigar not... Oh, Shiori going to be going in. Abros is here as well. Storm is used. Root Collar pulls through too. Is this going to be the turnaround? Rentros has to go away because they're very low. Shiori forcing to use the heal. Smite's going to go down. And despite the Root Collar, they are going to fall.
Soraka carried that so hard.
Not going to drop in
That was
response.
so much healing.
Yeah, in any bot lane matchup with the Soraka, you must focus the Soraka down early on in the gauge, or she is going to heal probably a full health bar's worth throughout a relatively long engagement like that.
Yeah, really well played at the start from Battlefield, just getting so many feathers down.
Long live the brain. My apologies. I am Battlefield, shall now be referred to as the Hunk.
The Hunk? Yeah! Alright, we got it, we got it. The Hunk narrowly going down in that fight. Absolutely massive DPS, though, in pure Hunk fashion.
I mean, that was a Hunk-like play. There's no...
It was an absolutely Hunk-like play.
Two ways about it. It was beautiful. It was gorgeous. It just didn't quite come to fruition.
I dare say it was hunky. We are starting to see, even though we saw that solo kill go down in the mid lane, a 20 CS advantage for the Orianna on this side of the matchup. And that is going to kind of offset a little bit of this bot lane lead that's starting to mount for twempest fwame here. Nobody redeemed a it's pronounced like for that, right? We're still calling them by their actual name. I'm pretty sure.
Sorry, say again?
It said nobody redeemed the it's pronounced like for that. We're still doing the. Okay.
But Goot gonna be in a little bit of trouble here. Does able to get the Scion Train ulti right on out of there. God, that's so annoying. Ooh, Odyssey now with the lane gank though. Shiori gonna be able to dodge that knock-up with their dash.
Yeah, big difference there. If Rakan had the ultimate, but not available, just means they're gonna be able to walk away through the silence. And I gotta say, Wayne been on top of those silences going down. Really denying a lot of what Rakan's trying to do. We'll get this Herald charge, though.
Yep. Oh, okay. We did not see that.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Dude, that's directed cam, too. That's so BM.
I wonder, do you think League has an AI that does directed cam, or is it just like who's using abilities, taking damage? Oh, Chasing Eden, gonna be in a little trouble. Is able to use the Shockwave to CC them up, but Primordial Burst is just a little bit too much damage, and the Gangplank ultimate coming down on top. What is that called? Cannon Barrage?
Cannon Barrage, yeah.
SNC Explosives back, is going to be cancelled here, is able to immune a little bit of that stun, but the Goot now going to get a little bit of a favorable position in that lane.
I'm starting to think that LeChance was onto something here with this Vigar pick. The burst is really already in this early in the game coming through. 3-1 now, down to still a fair bit of CS, but it's coming back together since the kills in lane have been so powerful.
Yeah.
Oh, just missing that recall down there. I gotta say as well, Bagut, one of my favorite players. Seen him play a few times in previous seasons, and just a fun name. I mean, Bagut is just a fun name.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and pull the map so that it is within the little box we have in our overlay. Just bear with me on this. I think that's better. That's not perfect, but that's better.
Oh, I see. It was offset a little bit.
Yeah, I think if I put it at like 1920, it'll be perfect. So, I got y'all. I see you in the chat. We may be low budget, but we're also people pleasers. Oh, we now see Odyssey coming in. Will be spotted up by the pink ward, but that is not going to matter. Does have the Vault Breaker, is going to be able to go in there, knocking him back with the Q. Beautiful gank, perfectly executed, and that's going to be a little bit of money into the pocket of Anima Academy.
Yeah, no amount of orange is going to save you from that one, and that's why I love Vi so much. What a cool champion. Also, Arcane's a banger, you know?
Arcane is a banger. I watched a video. I love my YouTube recommended lately is giving me really low view count videos, but that are actually like pretty good. So there was a boxing coach who went over Vi's like form in Arcane and was like, "Oh yeah, this is great." You know, I don't remember a lot of the specifics other than he was talking about like, if you get punched in your liver, you get Samu 2-slap, a vasovagal's response. You get vasovagal sympathy. Hang on, we are going to have that Rakan ult rooting them up, but the Soraka is going to be able to pull off on the back end of the fight. Root Collar is going to be big, but is it going to be big enough? There goes the ultimate. There's Featherstorm in response. Shiori is just a little bit more healthy. Heal is coming out. There's the Soraka here. There's the Soraka ultimate, but Shiori still getting damaged. Wayne has healed so much.
That's 2 whole HP bars almost. That's the feel I'm getting there.
Yeah, no, I would say 2 full HP bars. Absolutely.
I mean, the Hunk was not slacking on the DPS there either. That was all coming out. It just got healed straight up.
I bet if we see damage charts, even if Anima Academy lose this game, which that is absolutely not certain, only a 2k difference right now. Ooh, as they are going to go in, Knockup is going to be here. Not going to be able to do too much more off of that.
Forcing them to stay here is pretty good, though, I think. Soraka's starting to hurt a lot. Look at that HP bar.
Yeah. Turrets falling, though, is going to widen this gold gap just a little bit in the favor of twempest fwame.
Yep. We are about 2k right now. Also, needs to be noted, the 2 dragon lead. And we have Ocean Soul, which, for a team with Soraka, I guess isn't that big a deal. You're already going to be building the anti-heal.
Well, yeah, then I feel like Ocean Soul got nerfed so much because it was so good that now it's, like, really the worst.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, Cloud is one of my favorites at this point.
I think Cloud is the highest win rate soul.
Yeah,
I
didn't used to
think
think it was that crazy, but it's definitely...
Oh! That is going to be a flash forward. With the Primordial Burst, you cannot let yourself get that lower round of Vigar.
Yeah, and just getting the better of this matchup time and time again, starting to look like he's, you know... Trying to put the carry pants on. Got the Dark Seal picked up as well. I'm curious to see. I like it when they go Medjais because it's kind of like probably not optimal.
Gamble.
Yeah, but it is. I like the little gamble's fun.
Ooh, That whole turret gonna go down to Shelly number 2. Shelby. What do you think about this Vigar itemization?
You know, it's a little weird, but there's a pretty beefy front line for the other side. So I see this with different champions, like Azir and Victor. Which obviously, there is no correct Victor build for whoever's using it, but I'm not gonna knock it. You know, I think it's probably a little bit worse and not really what I would go, but I'm almost always wrong about these things. So
nice. Okay. Yeah, it is interesting. I'm wondering for those of you, because I have not had much Nyla experience on my team, enemy team. It's not played a ton of the meta right now. Trial by Fire doing tons of damage here to the Goot. Explosive, really hitting that with the Trinity Force. Trinity Force
is this a GP main named Explosive? Or did we just miss this part of it? Like, is this?
It could be.
That would make sense, right?
I'm just wondering, for Nyla, is she maybe a little bit less at shredding through those tanks, even though she is an 80 carry? So you're opting to go for that Leandries with the Vigar? Or is he just saying, you know what, I like ability haste, I like percent HP damage, I like burnies?
Yeah. I think he might also just be saying that I'm already going to kill the squishies, that this is going to help me kill the tanks. You know?
True 1v5 mentality. I have to be able to kill everyone in the enemy team.
Yeah, I mean, but sometimes, you know, it doesn't hurt to think like that, because there are situations where you're not going to have access to those backliners. Although, looking at how it's played out, he's willing to flash after the Ori, so
yeah,
you know, maybe that's not really the way of thinking that he's going for.
It would be interesting to see if Odyssey can punish that play. You know, should know that that flash is going to be down for another 2.5 minutes-ish, hopefully.
Yeah, and we've seen Odyssey pull off a lot on the top side, so I'd love to see, especially the Scion as well, start rotating those resources down and pick up a couple Drake.
Yeah, Soraka is going to be absolutely massive there, helping Shari stay alive, but the Featherstorm might be enough. No! And since Wayne is able to get there in time, Rentros is forced to run away, and the Hunk pulls a big root collar to try and keep themselves alive. There goes damage. Odyssey going in, using the ultimate on the Udyr. Udyr staying alive for now, but is going to get dented to death.
Yeah, well played from Odyssey there to turn that around. I guess Arvos got a little bit too excited going in, almost killing 2 of the backliners, the Hunk included. But not quite.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, at this point, I mean, Nyla's looking like a tank in these fights. It's just Wayne has so much healing going down. And there were 3 or 4 people hitting Nyla all at once in that fight. Not going down at all. So we'll see if that changes. I think Ori needs to prioritize that anti-heal right away. We do already see it actually being picked up for Rakan, though, which is kind of an interesting choice. I don't hate that.
Yeah. Yeah. Rakan going to be able to apply it if he's running across the entire team. And obviously, if he upgrades that to Chemtech Putrefy whenever he heals shields, it will also help them apply it. So if you are thinking you're doing these big team fights with Oriana, you certainly want to. You know, that's going to be good. We are going to see...
Yeah, I like that Putrefy. It's a good idea.
Yeah. Third great, just going over uncontested here. Going to put Soul Point in the pocket. But I think critically, there is only a 2k gold difference still, and that's been going since about the beginning of the game. Soraka flashing away, but now going forward, there goes the Scion ulti, not going to be able to knock up, but Rentros is, and the Hunk's going to be able to pick that one up. Shiori, not quite able to defend their support.
Yeah, that is a hard one. I don't know what the correct pronunciation for that is.
How much AP does Vigar have? Let's check.
Oh, let's do a little check.
421.
That's almost 420. That would have been... Yeah, we missed the mark there a little bit.
Yeah.
Stacks-wise, though, almost 200, and I think that's, you know, not a bad place to be at this point.
Oh, it's certainly not awful.
We are going to see that's the third Drake going down, so it's kind of go time for Anima.
What
start
is
getting some objectives here.
Bagoot at?
Bagoot? Oh, for like HP stacking?
Yeah.
Good question. Let's check. We are at 785. That's a lot.
That is a lot. Yeah.
I'm impressed with that.
What's his max
Also-
HP right now?
I'm surprised that Bagut didn't go. Max HP is 3,512.
Pretty high.
Pretty good.
We are going to see them side laning. Teleport available for both of these top laners as a little bit of a Baron dance gets done up. But that's going to be a baby cage. That's going to be so shut down. SNC Zitai Ryoki.
Yeah, that was rough. I'm a little surprised Bagut didn't opt to get like Mythic first, because you're probably going Hearthsteel, right?
Yeah.
So you want to get that stacking.
He could go something else, I suppose. Might have a, spicy peek in his pocket. Explosive doing a ton of damage with Trial by Fire, but Bagut has the health.
And don't forget the passive either.
Oh,
if it gets
red
too close.
team.
Yeah, Baron gonna go down. And they're just on the ball with these objectives. I mean, 3 Drakes, got the Baron just picked up, and 3 turrets, which is matching for both sides. Actually, that's crazy. All of the outers are gone on the map.
Yeah.
I feel like they would, like, I mean, we saw the Heralds go down a couple times, but all of the outers are already down.
Yeah, gold lead is ballooning out a little bit. 3.5-ish K is the gold lead now, so 1.5 up from the last time we checked. Individual gold here is going to be concentrated. Vygar's been finding a lot of good plays, and then there's a pretty sizable difference there up in that top lane with Explosive, I think, mainly getting that tower gold. Bot and jungle are both relatively even.
Yeah, I definitely think, ooh, here we go, on to Wayne. Odyssey not going to find much. I definitely think that Anima's done a good job of kind of equalizing what that early pressure had done to them in the bottom side. And now they're not in a bad spot. And as we were saying earlier, there is some good scaling on both sides. I don't think it's really going to be one-sided going late game if the game state is relatively even. That being said, Soul makes a big difference. This 3,000 to 4,000 gold lead that we're seeing is going to make a difference. So it is kind of up to Anima to slow down the objective taking from twempest fwame here.
Yeah, absolutely. But,
Our question for top lane got answered, by the way. He did go Jack Show instead of Hearthsteel.
Jock Show. Interesting.
I don't hate that choice. I think Jack Show is a little bit weaker now.
It is a little weaker.
Being in that position where you aren't stacking your Heartsteel early and it's already past 20 minutes, I kind of like not going it.
There we see the benefit of that Leandri's helping him chunk out Bagut there. Hunk going to be able to find a little bit of a root, but it's not going to do too much. Hunk not able to do too much damage just yet. Might get a little bit of trouble. He's going to find a root color onto to carry. Knockup will be good going through. Here comes the Cannon Barrage going over. Into the back line goes Odyssey with that ultimate, and they're going to be able to find 2. The Hunk ravaging through them with feathers. SNC Avros now going to be the next one on the target. Might be able to stay alive. Zitai Ryoki not quite going to be able to find the Scion, but is going to be able to bully him off of that top lane turret, secure it for himself. That is Pat Autos with that ability power.
Yeah, taking a couple turret shots there, but not going to really be too important unless
he chooses
decide to cancel their recall.
Here comes the Hunk and Retro
Cage going down.
Do the damage.
Good ulti.
Uses the ulti,
goes down,
but still dies to a Q.
Worth. That was a shutdown.
Yeah,
Very worth. Yeah.
That is a ton of gold for the Hunk. If we look now the Hunk has an 800 gold lead over Shirayori in their lane opponent. Odyssey flashing away. They do have the backup of Bagut here. It is 3 versus 2, flashing over. Chasing Edston is going to be looked at. Explosive not quite going to be able to find the damage. Chasing Edston is going to be able to flash away. Odyssey now going to be the next one in trouble. Is going to burn, but that shield passive is going to proc, and now SNC Avros is on the retreat, but Wayne is here to deliver the HP. Shirayori coming in from the backside. Vi going in with the ultimate, looking to do the damage on the Soraka. Health is going to be there for just a little bit, but now Bagut is alone. Chasing Edston is going to be gone, and the zombie will surely appear as SNC reinforce and save their bear.
Yeah, and I think I like the initial idea from Anima, but they stayed too long, and twempest fwame got there in time, a little quicker on the draw, and now they're going to be rewarded with the Dragon Soul, barring any heroics from our resident Hunk.
I mean, Xayah root call can be very strong, but you have to get your feathers out there, and that is just not an option from over the wall.
Yeah, and I was going to say about this Xayah build, the Hunk opting to not go Gale Force, instead going the Kraken Slayer. I actually kind of like that this game. Normally I don't, because I think it's just a really, really good item to have for Xayah, having that Gale Force. Able to redirect your feathers as needed. But, you know, you're up against some pretty tanky members on the other side, and you're behind in gold. So being able to kill those tanks by having that Kraken Slayer has been really important. It definitely helped in that earlier fight that they were able to turn around, having that extra DPS. You see ulti going down on the Explosive in the bot lane.
Yeah, Explosive is going to be able to immune a little bit of that with the orange, but is taking so much damage. The Cannon Barrage does a chunk with that upgraded Meteor from the Silver Serpent in the middle, but just not going to be quite enough. Odyssey going to be able to pick yet another kill up. Now the Hunk looking to damage. Rentros finding the backline knockup and is able to go in. That is a beautiful shockwave, but is it going to be enough damage? SNC Wayne is here, will be charmed up from Rentros, finding another knockup, but is still able to hear. There goes the Nyla ult in the middle. Featherstorm going to be used, and the damage is just not high enough. The Hunk will find the root, but will die to Vigar.
Yeah, and this is like one of those MVP games where you're thinking about it and you're like, you know, this looks pretty strong. My game just...
Yeah, my game bugged. We're good.
Okay. But like it's Wayne. Wayne just putting in work on this Soraka.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And
oh, I see what happened.
They are just gonna be barreling down mid here. Still 20 seconds left on chasing Eggston. Edskin?
Edexon. Edson. I don't know.
Genshin Impact. I don't know. Anyway, they are going to turn off and go for the big purple worm here. Looking to find themselves another one of those neutrals that they have been picking up so efficiently. 7k about. 6.5 is the gold lead. Chasing Eden. Yeah, that tracks.
Eden. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Thanks, Roselle.
I'm just gonna go with it.
Yeah. Now, not to say the game is over for Anima Academy, but do you have draft adaptations you would like to see from either of these teams for next game?
I think initially what a lot of us in chat was kind of thinking the same thing. We thought Anima's draft was really good. I also thought they would have some small advantages that they could get in the laning phase. One of the things that they struggled with for sure was the early pressure on this bottom lane and that surprise level 6 engage from the Nyla. So if you're having a problem with something, you can ban it. I would do that. You know, I would simply ban probably just Nyla, maybe Raka instead.
Yeah. Ooh, obviously you might get caught out here. Avros, Jiraiya in the area. He's going to be rooted up yet again, going into his Rentros, but now Jiraiya has arrived and has this rock on the back end. That is going to be a primordial burst for the decades, and Rentros is forced to run away from the corpse of the Hunk. As it looks like, I want to say SNC, because they all have SNC in their name, but this is TWF, are going to look to close this one out. Finding the Rakan, just because they can. Looks like it's going to be the same for Bagoot. They do not care about tower damage. That is one tanky bear, turtle, phoenix, tiger, what have you. And they are just
the sick thing for Arvos is that nothing that does that much damage should be that tanky. But it's not just Udyr. It's Soraka backing it up, and so much healing going on. Just shrugs off the tower damage, doesn't care.
Yeah. Just get your powered turtle form and heal it all back. And the Hunk is back up, but that is going to be game 1, going over to twempest fwame.
Yeah, and I'm kind of excited to see what adaptations they do come up with for game 2, because we were talking about it a little bit, and I'm not sure exactly what they should do. I kind of like the idea of banning a few things, but these econ teams are really, really, really creative. I mean, sometimes it's a little too creative, but they are really creative. So we might see something completely different. We might see something we didn't expect. I always love to see how they stretch out a series and what they come up with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for
we got
sure.
some SNC chants in the chat. TWF phase, TWF.
TWF.
And that's who that's who we're shipping these schmecks to, right?
Yeah. I will trust you to go ahead and do that, Mighty.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
By the way, if
Anima.
we do have a YouTube channel, and there are some pretty great pieces of lore on that YouTube channel. If you want to go ahead and look us up, the low budget LCS. There's isn't there one that you star in, Mighty?
I'm sure there's a few. Had a really good game against the Sealant Swallowers on there. Immortalized.
What?
The Sealant Swallowers. They're one of the Glue Eaters franchise. You know.
Oh, that's so good.
I know. I think I threw Bondi into 3 of his teammates on set and then murdered his face. It was fun. Yeah. No, there's some very good content on there if you ever want to check out the low budget LCS YouTube. Just don't trust everything you see. You know what I mean?
I think everything on there is factually 100%
Just
accurate.
don't trust everything you see.
Just trust everything you see. Yeah.
You know, I know some of my frenemies are responsible for some of that content. They may have, embellished some truths. Let's say,
Yes, I'm sure.
Yeah. All right. Do we have a draft link here?
We do. It's already up on the stream.
Okay, I don't. So.
Okay, you want me to? I can get that over to you.
Yeah.
With post haste. There you
I'm
are.
just too slow getting to these lobbies, man.
That's my fault.
Oh, they're getting rolling too. They're ripping it.
I'm not getting you in here fast enough. It's just my fault.
Yeah, I mean, you've been a little slow today, man. Honestly.
True.
It's the budget cuts. The lack of,
The budget cuts actually affect how much energy I have. So they are going to they're banning out Echo here.
Yeah, we did see Echo ban last game as well. So I think that's going to be a mainstay for the series.
Yeah. And then
wait it out for the no ban.
Yeah. Yep.
Do have a couple bans going to be missed here because of the earlier delays. Teams that are responsible for a delay generally incur some penalty if enough time has passed. So in this case, they'll use 2 bans, I think they said.
Yep. Yep, and Graves can be banned out. That was the same as last time. I mean, if you're Twempest Flame here, just keep doing what you're doing. Yeah? Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't think that any part of their draft felt like it was lacking or that it didn't really go the way that they were hoping or planning. So if I'm them, I don't change a thing. That being said, if Anima decide to shake things up, and here's the instant Soraka ban, love to see that. If Anima decide to shake things up, you may need to adapt. It may be smart to adapt as Twempest. True. Very true. Looks like they are going to pivot already with Yorick response to the Gangplank in the top lane. Yorick having an auto attack reset on his Q, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps going to be a little bit better situated to cancel out those Gangplank barrels. Kaisa going to be the AD carry here for our hunk.
Yeah, I do like to see the Kaisa as well. I think that where they were looking at a very short range composition from Twempest, at least before the Vigar gets locked in, and then it turns into something that's a little bit harder.
Mm-hmm.
The Xayah looked really good, but obviously, if you're gonna change it up, maybe get a little more aggressive. They did have Odyssey doing a lot of what I would say were pretty successful ganks, mostly on the top side. But if you're gonna be able to get that help, getting a Fed Kaisa is definitely gonna be a great way toward victory.
Yeah.
You see the Udyr again.
Ooh. Buffed Thresh, I like to see as well. Thresh's cooldowns, I believe, were buffed in the most recent patch, making it so that he can almost perma Q someone if he can find the angle.
Yeah, you can almost keep somebody queued. I think there's like a half second in between.
Yeah, but if you have any other CC on your team, I think Vi Q knockback might be a half second ish.
Yeah, Yeah, that's more than enough. Yeah. So we will see the Nocturne again. Vigar are going to be an interesting one. I mean, if I'm chasing Eden, I'd probably call for a Vigar Ben after that game.
Yeah.
So yeah, Aesol, yeah, once
Choice.
again.
That Aesol splash? Yeah, it is. It's just
Yeah.
weird with the little red stripe up top.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Plus, I'm looking at it in the tiny viewer of OBS.
Yeah.
So it's giga tiny on my screen. Diana going to be banned away here, looking to ban some of those higher farming affinity junglers, but I think Anima could just still go for the Vi. I do like it, but they are going to look at Sejuani here. Looking for something
I like
a little
this
bit
as
more
well.
tanky. Yeah.
Yeah. This is another jungler that's pretty strong early ganking, but gonna provide a lot more of that team fighting ability later game. And we've seen, that they like these kind of control mage mids with big AoEs, the Orianna last game. So if that's the route they want to go, you have a good ball delivery system, but you've improved your team fighting a little bit.
Sammy Two Slap, I think you missed me talking about Vi inducing vasovagal syncope. So
There's a channel, I don't know if I talked to you about this guy. He's like a surgeon who goes in and like one of the ones I watched was about the Punisher.
Mhm.
But he just goes through the fights and he's like talking about what would actually like be physically happening to somebody, like the bones they'd be breaking and stuff. And it's like kind of it's like interesting because he's giving his like kind of like his medical rundown of the scene,
I love that. That's super fun.
Yeah. It was really cool. He did another one for like the hypothetical of like the Warhammer universe's space marines that are like getting all these implants from a young age to make them super ripped, buff, like
Ooh,
7 foot tall giant guys.
We've got some spicy mid lane picks. We are going away from what we had previously, and now we have Nico, going to be the adaptation with the Vigar ban, and Vladimir for the scaling for the side of Anima Academy. And now I think the scaling game is in the favor of Anima Academy.
Yeah, I think late game, I'm really afraid of what the 4v4 looks like with Yorick running on one side lane, and then just Vlad absolutely nuking your carries.
Yeah. So I love this draft adaptation from Anima, and I am excited to see where we go.
I'm not sure how I feel about Nico. I think that it's probably going to have an okay lane against Vlad. But I just feel like that their engage is hard, like really hard, Like if they want to start a fight, they're hitting a binding.
Right.
Or just Udyr runs in. Those are your options,
Yeah. And we are going to get into our client draft here as we start the game. Schmeckle betting is out for all of you who want to put those down in there. Get those Schmeckles hot and ready. We're about to go into game 2. Da-dum-bum.
Yeah, this is going to be spicy, I want to say. Once again, I feel like Anima comes out a little ahead in my brain for this draft. But there's so many of these elements that twempest won with consistently still on their lineup. I really have a hard time, saying they won't just repeat. And critically, the Soraka taken away, that was a big part of their success in the last game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Falling Numb says, can I change my team? I accidentally put on, I'm assuming TWF.
We would have to fully refund.
Yeah, we're not doing that. Sorry, bud.
All Schmeckle bets are final. No Schmeckle refunds. There's a serious issue of Schmeckle inflation that we are currently trying to control. And you are helping that glorious cause.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of just luck at this point anyway. So maybe you'll win.
Maybe you'll win.
I, of course, won't be betting because every time I do, the team I bet on loses, even when it's my own team. So I'm just going to abstain. 25K to wager. Popo, were you? I think Sammy Two Slap was offering the 25K to your hands.
To my hands?
Yeah.
Just wait till the last second and then put it on the team that has less schmeckles on them.
I like that. I like that.
That's what I would do. That's how I've earned my my little reservoir of schmeckles. Although I don't get to bet that much because I have to make the decisions as the caster, and you can't choose the outcome for a schmeckle bet that you have bet in. Because we have what's called integrity. It starts with integrity.
Also, it just doesn't let you. It just doesn't physically let you.
Integrity that turns to pride. Pride in our product and in what we do here at the Low Budget LCS. Isn't that right, Mighty Fool?
Oh, yeah. I'm full of integrity and that other thing. All the time. Did it was it convincing?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Unless anyone goes to our YouTube channel.
What
fine.
YouTube channel?
The one that says Low Budget LCS, maybe? I don't know.
Oh yeah, that one's good.
I
Just don't trust everything that's on there. Not everything. Some stuff.
We need another Templetons versus LeChampion.
We do. I was trying to think of because now we have more like well-known community members, more admins and staff that people are could potentially go to war for.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we could expand. We could. Maybe I don't know what you would call Team Popova, but I'm on that team.
I don't want a Team Popova. No, thank you.
They never wanted him. That's not the point.
Oh no.
Just never a Team Buggle. Just never a Team Buggle, and then I'm good.
Buggles, Snuggies. Buggles, Huggles. There you go. You ready to be a Huggle?
No, I want to fight whoever's on that team.
The three eyes of League of Legends. Integrity, intelligence, intensity.
Yeah, I like the intensity. I think people underestimate how much intensity goes into these games. We can't do the mic check kind of thing, but if you heard the comms of some of these teams,
we could ask teams to record themselves if they want to be featured.
I would be afraid to do the mic check, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what some of my teammates say. I'd be too embarrassed.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We only got one more minute until we get into Game 2. twempest fwame looking to seal the win for this BO3. Anima Gaming Academy looking to come back, looking to pull off that there reverse sweep.
Yeah, now that we're here, who are you giving the edge to?
I like Anima's draft better, and I thought they played well enough in Game 1 that I'm going to give it to Anima.
Me too. I'm on that same boat. I think mostly because I want a Game 3. I'm always here for the full series,
I do think that one of the teams has a hard out at a certain point. So it's possible if it goes to a Game 3, the third game might need to be on a separate day.
Oh, I see.
Which would be unfortunate. But I can't remember what time that was, so it's possible we just get through these next two games or next game if twempest fwame do indeed take it with ease. Hang on. I think my Stream Deck is not currently working. I think I need to reset that back up as well. But that's fine. I'm probably going to be streaming. We are trying to come at you every day this week with a stream. We're trying. That's not there's no guarantee here, but I think we might be able to pull it off this week.
Yeah, we have a fair number of games already set in the streaming schedules. So there's a lot to choose from if people have certain availability. I'm hoping to get mine done, but it's
When is yours?
We'll see. Well, it's not locked in yet. That's the problem. So I can't post it.
Okay, Control-Shift-Z. Pulling out. Getting the scoreboard. Are you at 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25? Goodbye. I'll see you for brunch tomorrow.
See you then.
The Count loves having brunch with Mighty. That's the
Absolutely
one thing the
loves
Count
it.
loves doing.
And it's like a classy brunch too. Like it feels like,
yeah.
it's just very nice.
You pull out the mimosas, some eggs Benedict with a nice rich hollandaise, Ooh,
Yeah,
we do
yeah.
see a 5-stack talk, but Goot is gonna get caught out there by the binding. Ignite is gonna go down, and absolutely burning is just gonna be enough trial by fire. Help an explosive pick up that first blood.
Yeah, and this is the same formula, right? This is explosive with the first blood. And once again, absolutely where they're going to want it. I think this is the twempest fwame kind of game plan, We've got the scaling pick. We've got a somewhat advantageous lane matchup. We're going to go for the kill there.
If I had to describe what a fwame was, I would say it's Calcifer from Howl's Moving Castle.
Oh, hell yeah. I'd actually... Okay, now I like it.
Yeah,
Now I really like it. Yeah.
God, that one scene in Howl's Moving Castle with the bacon and eggs.
Yes, dude.
Oh, dude, why does anime food look so tasty?
I know, and it doesn't look like... It's like, if you haven't seen it, watch it, first of all. Fantastic movie.
Yeah.
But it's no reason that anime food that doesn't really look like real food should look delicious, but it does. And if you've seen it, you know what I mean.
Also, the cucumbers from My Neighbor Totoro, when they just pull one out of the earth and go...
And that's true. The sound design is so like satisfying as well.
It's so good. I could literally just watch probably like a Hayao Miyazaki foods compilation.
There is one.
I'm
There, 1,000%. I've seen one. Like,
SNC Wayne showing they don't just have those healing chops, hitting that dark binding.
yeah, Wayne. I said it. We're MVP last game for sure.
Ooh, Arbros now in the top lane is going to be able to go pretty low, but looking to do the damage onto Bagut, not quite going to be able to find the death, and Arvros going to be able to get out of dodge of that zombie passive. So Explosives starting out this game nice and healthy with Batty Gold Lead.
I really like to see this from teams. This
Flash Odyssey Black Shield instant coming out onto Wayne. Flashing away, not quite going to be able to find the passive. Ooh, Hunk takes some damage going to Shirayori. They turn around. The Hunk goes down, and Shirayori able to dodge that last melee auto attack. He's going to use the exhaust onto Rentros. Odyssey not quite able to save their bot lane, and now the boar might be in trouble herself, but is going to be able to find that passive. Can't see her. Oh, is going to stun up. Can they get it? The shield is good. Triple kill.
That was a wild flash. That was actually pretty good.
Wow. Wow. That was so well played from Shirayori.
I never would have gone for that play either. They missed a cannon for that. I want to point that out. I was staring at the cannon for most of that fight. They missed the cannon to go for the kill and end up with a triple. That is nuts.
Ooh. Okay. Getting a little
The Hunk is
spicy
having
with
a
it.
rough time of it right now, yeah. But I was saying, I love it when teams do this. They, game one, had a successful game plan. And they probably didn't even intend for it to be as successful as it was. So what do? Game two, they do the same thing. They do it better. They gank top. They level 1 top. Now you've got Explosive with 2 kills instead of 1 at 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the other side of the map doesn't go so well, and the 2v3 bot lane happens, and now you've got Nyla with 3-0-1 scoreline.
Yeah. Explosive still going to be a beast. It's going to be locked in the cage with those minions, though. I know they can pack quite a bit of damage. But Goot with the... Is Arcane Comet the tech?
I
Is that
don't
the Yorick
think
tech?
so. Well, I would definitely not do that. But
Shirayori going to be going in. Will be spell immune. Hunk forced to back away. Moon Quiver versus Double Longsword is going to be a rough one in the bot lane here.
But Goot's doing very well in that lane with a massive item mismatch.
Good luck
I
with
gotta
your
say.
surgery, Sammy 2-slap. Rest well.
Yeah, good luck. Look at the CS difference in the top lane right now.
Yeah.
This must be really bad for GP, honestly. I don't know how bad this matchup is, but it doesn't look good.
Yeah, another wave. That wave is crashing into the tower too. Not too much GP can do to stop this one here.
Yeah. I've been in this position with Yorick where you just get spam ganked early because they're like, I don't want to deal with a Yorick late game, so I'm just going to kill him now,
I don't want to deal with the Yorick late game. Yeah, no.
Yeah. I totally get that. But he's doing a great job. I mean, really hammering through those CS.
Close.
That's absolutely what you need to do to recover from this. If you're a top laner, you just put your head to the grindstone, get those CS down. And at the end of the day, I mean, if top laners die, it's kind of an island for a large portion of the game. You're not losing objectives for it. It just makes your lane kind of hard,
Shirayori missing out on that cannon and showing us that they are devastated.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Listen, this is not a farming cannons game. This is a farming champs game. It's okay.
Yeah, Arvros with that sneaky bush cheese yet again.
Yeah, and this is brutal because this wave is definitely going to bounce. See if they have the patience to actually sit here. I do think they have it.
Yeah. He is just flexing that recall animation there. Oh, wait!
Wait, what? We got baited.
We got caster baited! Oh
my god.
We were so convinced that it was Arvros. That was exactly how Arvros was positioned previously, and we just didn't look on the minimap to confirm at all
awesome.
whatsoever.
That's never happened to me. That is so funny.
Wow.
On air, baited by a Nico.
Engineer. Engineer isn't. I think Engineer's on the team, one of the teams, not these teams,
Yeah.
but a team.
I think it's a commercial thing. Yeah.
That is some good damage coming out from Bagoot.
Bagoot's just 1v2.
Odyssey is going to be here. Bagoot fighting into the damage. Explosive 2 HP is going to get shut down by the ghouls. SNC Arvros gonna probably kill themselves for the kill, but is quite fast. Can the Sejuani catch up?
Wow,
Doesn't
way
look
out
like
of there.
it. Wow, I thought for sure Uyghur would fall to those turret shots or the ensuing Sejuani damage. Oh, beautiful. Dark binding out
Wayne
there.
is crazy.
Wayne is making it Wayne.
That's terrible.
I do think their name was originally Rain.
Okay.
And so they
it's a little
changed
better
it
then, yeah.
Ooh, Hook is going to go down. Retros finding the angle, but can't follow it up because of the Black Shield.
Yeah, good to see. Once you hit one of those, though, the confidence levels go up. I think Rentro's we're gonna see some more of those.
Yeah. Chasing Eden does have a pretty sizable CS lead here in the mid lane. 600 gold difference. Hextech Alternator versus Blasting Wand Amp Tome. So he's going to be pretty happy here scaling up on this Vladimir.
Yeah, and no solo kills as we saw last game, so. Ooh. The timing on that W, that was very close.
That was a close one. But we are good and we are safe. Using the Vladimir Pool. Vladimir Pool is so annoying as a jungler.
It's terrible. I hate that ability.
Punk gonna be in a little bit of trouble, forced to flash away. But Udyr is such a fast bear. Flash forward to Shirayori. They are not gonna let this Kaisa go.
I do like committing the flash there from Nyla as well. And it's like, that aggression is really paying off. We saw it pay off last game, but this game, I mean, wow. Big lead going down.
Flash forward, chasing Exton. Chasing Eden, sorry, looking for the kill. Will ignite tick. Whoa! Chasing Eden, gonna find it.
Vindication, revenge from last game. That is so good. This is one of the things that I really like about these like round robin formats, where and now that this happens and they've traded games where they're like, oh,
the Dark Binding gonna be found here onto Odyssey. SNC Shiori has a lot of damage, but not quite enough to one pop a Sejuani.
Yeah, I honestly was worried Sejuani would be biting off more than they could chew. They're trying to go in for that.
No, this is interesting. It looks like Sejuani is not opting to go for Heartsteel.
Yeah.
Because Aegis is not in the Heartsteel build path, which is interesting since Sejuani's abilities scale off of health. Heartsteel is such a nice item for her. But I don't actually know what the current build path for Sej is, so.
I would imagine it's Heartsteel, but I'm also not sure.
Ooh, that is a beautiful little cage. SNC Explosive looking to do it with Trial by Fire. But Bagoot gonna be able to DPS through, and the shovel beats the blade.
Yeah, Bagoot is a monster right now. This is terrifying. This is a Bagoot that has been ganked, what, like 3-4 times already?
Yeah. They have put a lot of jungle pressure, mid pressure, coming up into that top lane. Wayne is gonna be hooked here. Rentros flailing them back. Odyssey finding the Glacial Prison on the backside, but they are gonna turn their attention onto Shirayori. Root now going to go down. Ult going forward. So much damage coming down over the top. And Odyssey will die as they successfully complete their boar hunt. Unlike Robert Baratheon.
Oh. Good point.
Oh, Radiant. Radiant makes sense. Okay, Radiant makes sense. Yeah.
I probably still like Hearthstone more, but I don't hate Radiant.
Yeah. Alright.
Like 0-2 for the Nyla. That's crazy.
Shirayori absolutely bringing it these matches.
Yeah, I mean, it's starting to look like the top versus bot kind of game here. We did see, although, and I was talking about this earlier, this mid matchup has gone the other way, you know? And what I love about that is when you have these series, when you have round robin formats, we're going to have some rivalries built, you know? And this is exactly how they're built. You have, you know, back and forth lane matchups. Two people are kind of getting the better of each other in one matchup or another. And we'll see if Chasing Eden can match the, I think it was 3 solo kills from game 1.
I think it was, yeah, it was quite a bit from Zatai Ryoki. They are going to look here, but Bagu taking a little bit more damage here. Can they get the return kill? Not quite going to be enough, and Maiden will go down fast.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if it's too much now, you know? Like, is it critical mass for the York?
Oh, the Wayne finds a double root, and now Shirayori is able to come in. Does have that full shield bow. Looking to do the damage. Goes godlike. The Hunk looking to do it back. Does manage to evade the Dark Binding. Uses the ultimate to try and get out of there. Otto is going to dodge, but the W burns him down in the end.
That was a pretty hunky play. That was cool as hell.
That was sick. Glacial Prison going to go down here. Explosive going to take quite a bit of damage, but Odyssey now going to be in trouble. Empowered Stance is available for this Udyr. So they are just going to pull out that Phoenix. Odyssey not quite going to burn down, though, and Bagu is back in the top lane.
Yeah, it almost works out as a bait. Explosive is really low as well. I don't know if they're going to be able to stick around too long here. But it looks like Odyssey's actually being chased down by Udyr.
Yeah, that bear is so quick.
Here he comes.
Yeah.
Probably,
I believe
they're low
Bagu
enough
to take that, yeah.
Yeah, I think 1v2 is possible there.
They have now moved up the bot lane to the mid lane as the Dark Binding is found here. But
Rain is sick, dude. This is like 2 games in a row just really, really nailing the execution of their champion.
yeah. But I do want to credit Chasing Eden. 4K 1.3 over their lane opponent. Massive farm advantage. And
yeah, that's the hard thing to do as well. Like, you know, your previous game, you're getting soloed a bunch. You're probably, I mean, for me, I'd be looking to match the number of solo kills. I'm like, you know, goofy competitive that way.
Shirayori looking to go in is Root going down on Chasing Eden, not able to click the lantern. And they go on a killing spree. Meanwhile, Cannon Barrage just going to be used to thin out that top wave. Force Bagu to back off that turret.
Yeah, and I think they probably, even though it's bad for Kai'Sa and there's no way they win in that matchup, you probably want to keep your Vlad on that side lane now that the Nyla's moved mid. Yeah, they're just not going to have a fun time. It's much harder to get that CS when you're contending against that really fed Nyla.
Yeah, especially with how much aggression Shirayori has shown. They're not afraid to flash on you. They're not afraid to flash exhaust you and say, I know I can kill you if I burn all my tools. And that is fine. I will do it.
As soon as you stick your head out of this pool, I'm going to get you. That's exactly what's going on.
Mm-hmm. But they're going to look for it anyway. Rentress not going to be able to quite able to find that.
Yeah, it looks like the Hunk kind of not afraid. And that's a very hunky way of handling this situation, you know. They miss the hook, they're still staring him down.
Yeah. Now Explosive was gifted. Shelly is going to use that to get the top turret down before the opponent. And Bagu going to be a little sad about that one. But, you know, what are you going to do when Udyr comes up there time after time, drops Shelly? How much should be done? Now we are going to see a mid lane fight in the bot lane. Ultimate Use from
I was
high.
instantly off the TP. I almost have to think if that is a misclick or not.
Can you BP? Is that were they trying to do a thing where the R goes off like instant? You do that?
I don't know. That was really fast off the TP, but I think it still did the channel, so I don't think
Yeah,
so.
it still did a bit of the channel. I wonder if they were like, I don't know. Curious.
Yeah, it was a good wave
That's
clear.
a lot of ghoul damage. That is.
It is.
Oh,
I mean, this is
he gonna die?
straight up miserable for explosive. Okay, using the ultimate. I think Bagut just commits, yeah.
Yeah, Bagut just commits. Is gonna die for it. Takes one too many a turret shot. Combined with
Yeah,
the Cannon Barrage and the Ignite for Avros now. Dark Binding is going to be able to find one uprooted and able to flash away. Rentro's trying to stay alive for a little bit longer. There goes an IL.
Brutal.
Punk gonna be dead next, and they are going to claim their third Drake.
Yeah, and we're talking a lot about Shirori with the Nyla, but Arvo's spin on a lot of these kills, really doing their job with that huge jungle impact in this early game. And
Yeah.
you know, we have this Chemtech Soul. I don't think this one's that great, but it is an interesting map. I like having all the big fruits. You know, it went from one of my least favorite maps to like, you know, one of my favorites.
Yeah. I agree. I really love the empowered plants. I think they're very fun, especially the blast guns.
Yeah.
Those are so
Unless,
fun.
of course, you're playing with Buggle and he throws you into the enemy team across the entire map. As happens.
Listen. It happens. What are you gonna do about it? Eh? Yeah, bubble. Anyway, do you think chasing Eden and Bagut can bring it back?
I'm kind of two minds here, right? Part of me thinks that I'm a Bagut fanboy and it's definitely happening. And the other part of me is like, they're up against a lot.
Chasing Eden is going to be found in that route, no pool available. That is a Hemomancer gone to the grave. Now Explosive, though, gonna have to be careful. Odyssey will miss that knockup. Arvos is here for the counter, but Bagut does a lot of damage. They might not want this. Stun will go out. Bagut helping DPS down. Maiden on the run.
Geez.
The ghouls are able to find Explosive, and now Arvos is going to be the neck. Will be bopped up. The autos come through, and that is going to be a double kill. Shut down
Bagut is a
for S7 Bagut.
It's so crazy. I'll tell you what I need to see. I need to see Chasing Eden in a 4v4 or a 3v3 just murder Shirori, right? That's what I need to see. If I see that happen one time this game, I believe. Right?
Okay. Yeah. I can see it.
That's where I'm at.
And
I think it's going to take some items, though.
I think Bagut has already shown, though, that they are...
Oh, yeah.
They are ready to do some serious damage. We want to see gold shards. We can see some gold shards on the end of the Panda. I believe is on one of these teams as a substitute, or maybe a main roster. He couldn't make it tonight. Root is going to go down though. Shirori going to be able to whip him to death. Rentros not going to be able to get out of that one. Gold charts. We are looking at most of the gold league being Kaisa versus Nyla.
Top gold is actually way closer than I thought.
Yeah. Bagut doesn't have that much of a gold advantage, but I think certainly has a power advantage.
Yeah,
over
there's
Explosive here.
some serious energy differential there. I mean, this guy's just like taking what he wants.
Yeah, you know, the other thing that is nice about having, you know, this where he is winning in the side lane, you were talking about that too, 1v3.
Yeah, this is going to be a little tough. I think.
Yeah, turret is still alive.
Not
The
ready to commit for it just yet.
the
And what I
BT
honestly,
shield.
I think it's going to take like 260 CS on the Vlad. You get up to like that point, get a couple more items built, and then you're kind of playing on a more even field, you know?
Yeah. I mean, we do have objective bounties just being shoveled into everyone's gullets thanks to a 7 Bagut back here. Explosive forced to jump out of there. That
so
was a
crazy.
smart move, because that would be a dead pirate.
I love this move. This from twempest fwame, very smart. They don't even need to take this. This is just luring them in so that Shirori can just go crazy and kill people.
Yeah.
At the same time, they're committing a bit to this bottom side. They have 2 up against Bagut, and I don't really like that call.
Okay, Rentros is going to go into the pit. I don't know if they want that one. We get rooted up. Shirayori doesn't want part of this action.
This is a little weird.
Flash forward. That's going to be stun down. That's going to be stun up. Rentros, not too many options here. Finds a hook. Goes to the grave.
Yeah, and another one that we were looking at with a pretty sizable. Here we go.
Shirayori going to get hit
gonna
up
be
in that glacial
disengaged.
prism, but that might not be enough to stop them on their rampage forth. Odyssey going to look for another stun, but passive not quite available just yet. Chasing Eden coming to reinforce is going to mean that Odyssey gets to stay alive. But Battlefield, the Hunk, took a ton of damage from, I think that was mostly Morgana W?
Yeah, yeah, it's just a couple seconds in there, and it really, really hurt. But no, I think we saw, while we were looking at the gold charts, a pretty sizable difference in the jungle, actually. A lot of gold on Arvos, picking up another kill just then.
Yeah,
And
1.5.
if they can finish their Mythic again, I mean, they're going to be really tanky.
Yeah, but Dude might be in a little bit of trouble here. Gets found by the Glacial Poison, flash forward, but the Nyla ultimate pulls him back on in. That is going to be a dead Gravekeeper as the dragon spawns, and they look to claim their soul.
Yeah, and I think they're just split pushing the wrong person here. Chasing Eden, no TP available up on the top side. Bagut kind of out of place there, and does end up going down. This will be Dragon Soul. Not the end of the world. Definitely not the end of the world, but it is looking pretty dire here for Anima. They're going to need
60
a
more
whole lot
CS
to
on
get back into
Vladimir.
this. Yeah, 60 more CS on Vladimir, and the game needs to last at least 8 more minutes, maybe 10, to really get there.
Honestly, looking for explosive here. Nope, just going to look for that wave.
Yeah, and what I've heard several times is that, like, when you get in game states like this, start talking about it in terms of how many team fights do we need to win before we're in a spot where we can win the game, you know? And I think you're looking, this is like starting to go from like a 1 or 2, like one Baron fight we could win kind of thing to like, to stay in the game at all, we need to win like 4 team fights in a row, you know?
Yeah, for sure. But you have a lot of... It would be interesting to see what happens if Bagut is able to get on top of Shirayori.
Yeah, I think as well, Bagut didn't opt for the, what's the split pushing item? Hullbreaker?
No Hullbreaker, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't opt for that, which does open the door to being involved in these team fights a little bit more directly. Also means that Bagut's not that tanky. We saw that in the last fight.
Yeah. Oh, that is some cool damage onto Explosive. Shirayori going in at a little bit of an inopportune time is going to find the Thresh chasing Eden. Leaving the damage. SNC Arbor is going to be in a little bit of trouble. Zatai Ryoki going to find one in the knockout. Bagut going kind of low. Oh, hang on. My thing glitched. We're going back in. That is going to be a double kill, though. And Hunk will fall. Triple kill for Explosive.
Shut down.
Yeah, chasing Eden was so close to getting that Q off, getting so much HP back. And it was just like, it was moments away from brilliance.
Yeah.
They did actually manage to kill Shirayori, though, in that fight, which I
That
think
is
is
a
big.
fat shutdown. Do you know who got it? It looks like Vlad chasing Eden, maybe? No.
Yeah, I think it was the ultimate. I'm not sure. Could have actually been the Hunk.
It could have been the Hunk. Might have been the Hunk. Actually.
One last auto attack flying through the air.
One last auto.
Oh, you know where my brain went with that instead? Ram Ranch. Just like,
What?
you don't know Ram Ranch?
I don't. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. It's like one last auto attack flying through the air. You know, like
Yeah.
I'll show it to you later. It's really funny.
Good. Keep me culturally relevant. That's all I need. I'm too old now. I'm out of touch. Depending on how you view it, I'm either one of the youngest millennials or the oldest Zoomers.
Same. I'm like on the cutoff as well. It's like a month either way.
I like calling myself a Zoollennial
Ooh, I'll steal that. That sounds good.
because I like zoos. By the way, did you know if you have a membership to a AZA accredited zoo or aquarium, you can get 50 to 100% off admission at every other AZA accredited zoo and aquarium in the country and internationally. So
I did not know that, and I probably could have used that a couple weeks ago. I went to the National Aquarium in Baltimore. It
oh, I
was
love
dope.
that one. I
It was
love that
dope.
one.
It's so cool.
Is,
Gotta see all the cool sharks.
Oh, their reef tank is something else, that's for sure.
It's amazing.
Bagoot gonna be in a little bit of trouble. That is a massive barrel damage, and the Prowler's Claw means Explosive has found their antidote. It's called Burst Bagoot.
Yeah, and that's one of the consequences
Oh!
of having this
Barrel's
build.
going down. The hunk dies to the trial by fire. An Explosive should not be allowed gangplank. Oh my god.
Well,
No.
if we didn't know before, we know that Explosive is a GP player now.
Yeah. Oh,
The
Chasing
name
Eden,
is
though,
making sense.
finding a little bit of redemption there with a solo kill on the back end, but it does look like this game might just be ending in favor of twempest fwame. Damage going through, Nexus being autoed, and Vladimir not even able to back there. That will be GG. That will be the series. Twempest fwame. Take it.
Yeah, and honestly, game 2, I mean, they had a little bit of a Bagoot problem for a lot of that game, but very convincing. Probably a little bit more convincing than the first one. So, you know, a good effort and a lot of fight coming from Anima, but a solid 2-0 victory for Twempest Fwame.
It means we get out of here on time. It means they get out of here on time. And it means that we have successfully accomplished another stream for the low budget LCS.
Yeah. And that was, I think we said earlier, the first econ stream of the season. Honestly, not a bad way to kick it off. That was pretty good.
Bad at all. Watch. Let's see what we've learned. We have learned that don't give Explosive gangplank.
Mm-hmm. Bagoot's Yorick is pretty scary.
I Am Battlefield is
Plays like a hunk.
plays like a hunk. Absolutely.
Wayne's insane on like every champ.
Wayne's insane. Yeah.
And Shirari probably also shouldn't get Nyla.
Yeah. I love seeing a niche pick like that. I mean, I don't know if it's niche for sure, but I haven't been seeing a lot of Nyla in solo queue at all. I don't think she's doing particularly great right now. I mean, we can check.
Yeah,
so seeing a pocket pick like that coming out, okay, she's doing all right. She's like 52% win rate, pretty good, pretty good.
It's actually What's the play rate on that?
1.6% pick rate.
It's not bad either.
Yeah, it's not awful. Not awful. Okay. Well, regardless, I love seeing the Nyla. I love getting these narratives going on down. Bagoot and Chasing Eden, honestly, I think even though Anima Academy lost both games, I think every single player on their team had shining moments and had areas where you could absolutely see, you know, I Am Battlefield not stepping down even when they're behind and able to, you know, find some of this damage, find a ton of really beautiful Xayah roots, even though they didn't quite turn into anything. You know, Rentros following that up as well. Bagoot, obviously.
I'm going to give props.
Oh, go ahead.
Props to Odyssey, for sure. I mean, especially game 1 really kept them in the game with those early gangs. I mean, you know, very strong jungle performance on that Vi. Sejuani a bit harder of a game, but I think it was harder for everyone on Anima. So
yeah. Well, with that, we are going to end this broadcast, and I'm going to invite Mighty Fool to you know sign us off. You know, for all these new people in the chat, you know,
with the classic,
the classic sign off.
All right, hey chat. Thanks for coming out. Later, dudes.